Dolphins fans, don't be that guy. Like the video or else you could see the Jets lose. Now, last week, we actually did the exact same thing. Like the vid, and the Dolphins will win. If you can take down the Baltimore Ravens, guess what? We're going to rock and roll with this one more time here. So don't be that guy. Like the video, and the Dolphins will win. What's going on, Miami Dolphin fans? Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports. And coming up here on today's show, I'm going to give you a preview look at this AFC East rivalry between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. I'll break down who's the favorite in this one. We'll let you know the over-unders. I'm going to give you my score prediction, tell you all the injury news, and my 3 keys to victory. So when you're looking at this game here, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I'm going to be hanging out with my dad the entire weekend in Las Vegas, and he is a die-hard Jets fan. So I would love for Miami to be able to go ahead and whoop on New York a little bit for an early birthday present for him. But you're looking at a 3-7 team. Then you got the New York Jets, who are 2-7. And from top to bottom, you might see that they're a little bit even in terms of overall stature, but I still think that the Dolphins are the better team. So what do we do here at Chat Sports? We ask questions, and I want you to go down in the comments section right now and let me know. Give me your score prediction between this Dolphins and New York Jets team. The fact that the Jets are going to have a little bit of a different quarterback could be something harder to predict, but this Dolphins defense has been playing very, very legit. And at the end of today's video, I'm going to go ahead and give you my score prediction. Let's talk about some of these injuries here around the Miami Dolphins. And all 5 players that are listed, they're questionable for Week 11 up against New York. Andrew Van Ginkel dealing with a back. Christian Wilkins dealing with a quad. Brandon Jones, ankle. Elijah Campbell, toe. Tua Tagovailoa dealing with a finger injury. When I look at all these, I expect Van Ginkel to play. I expect Christian Wilkins to play. The only one that I'm a little bit up in the air about is Elijah Campbell. Tua Tagovailoa with his middle finger, it sounds like he's going to be playing as well. One player who just got placed on IR is Greg Little. Now, Little hasn't played a single game this entire season. He's been dealing with an ankle injury. Good news is he's expected back Week 15. The bad news is, like, when you're this big of a human being and you're battling an ankle injury, sometimes it can be, well, a little bit difficult to predict when exactly you're going to be back. Now, if there's any more injuries that happen this entire season, I want you to go ahead and subscribe. I want you to turn on those notifications because I don't want you to miss anything. I think one of the cool things that this channel does, obviously, is how interactive we are, but there's not too many Dolphins YouTube channels out there that make the amount of videos that we do. Plus, during the off season, whether it's January, February, March, April, May, June, July, we're going to be giving you guys videos all the time, so don't miss it. Hit that big red button that says subscribe. All right, let's now talk about the New York Jets side of the football, because probably the second biggest storyline that you guys probably care about is who's going to be the starting quarterback for the opposing team, and it's going to be Joe Flacco. And a random fact about me, the reason why I made my Twitter back in 2012 was because when Joe Flacco signed his big contract, my very first tweet was tweeting at Merrill Hodge saying, "You're an idiot for putting Joe Flacco as the #1 quarterback in the NFL, saying that he deserves that contract." Bottom line, Joe Flacco is my mortal enemy. So let me know down in the comments here, are you scared or are you relieved that Flacco is starting for the New York Jets this weekend? I want you to type S for scared. I want you to type R for relieved. If you looked at his numbers, you're like, oh my God, he's completing 100% of his passes for 47 yards and a touchdown. You might type scared. If you're typing scared because of Joe Flacco, man, you got a tough life ahead of you. That's all I got to say. I'm going to type my R for relief because I can't wait to watch this Miami defense whoop up on sorry-ass Joe Flacco. So now we're going to be, speaking of Flacco, we're going to get into some keys to victory here. And one of my keys, pressure him. Get after him. Now, is he even close to being as mobile as Mike White? No, not that Mike White's very mobile, but Joe Flacco is about as stiff as, well, you know. So in terms of being able to get after him, here's the last time that he actually got legitimate play in the NFL. Back in 2019, Flacco's, we'll say, overall PFF grade when he was in a clean pocket, 90.6. Now, usually NFL quarterbacks have better grades when you're in a clean pocket, and usually the grades are a little bit lower when blitz. But I didn't go to school for all that long, right? Or my SAT scores were terrible. But 90.6 is better than 56.5. So whatever Miami has to do to be able to get after them, I'm saying you do it. Also, I thought they did a phenomenal job last week being able to really try to pressure Lamar Jackson. You don't have to hit the quarterback to get underneath his skin. And here's an opportunity that Miami, again, can show that this defense is legit. Now, if you guys want to go ahead and bet on this game, I encourage everyone to go ahead and do so at chatsports.com/bet. But you got to use the promo code Dolphins 125. It's going to get you that 125% deposit bonus. So for those of you that don't know what that means, it's all good. If you deposit $100, you get $125 for free. The example that I've been giving to people, especially my mother, I'm like, Mom, imagine if you buy a pizza, they give you a whole pizza for free, and then they throw an extra 2 slices on top of that. That's a hell of a deal if you ask me. Now, imagine if you got a free pizza, 2 slices, and an NFL jersey. Yeah, now I'm talking to you. All you got to do to get the jersey hookup, it's for first-time BetUS users only. You got to go to chatsports.com/bet. You got to use promo code Dolphins125. And then I want you to email the Chat Sports team at the email that you see below, jersey@chatsports.com. Send me your account number. Send me the bet that you made because I am genuinely curious. We got a whole bunch of different Dolphins jerseys, on tap. If you're wondering, well, Mitch, are you betting on the Dolphins this week? Well, kinda. I'm betting on the under because I don't have a lot of confidence in Joe Flacco and because this Miami defense has been absolutely balling out. If you want to know any of the other bets that I'm making, hey, I show them all the time on NFL shows that we do here at Chat Sports. But one more time, chatsports.com/bet. Promo code Dolphins125. All right, let's go to my next key to victory here. Get the ground game going. And I'm not really sitting here saying that I have a lot of confidence in the ground game. I'm going to put a lot of blame on the Dolphins' offensive line because, let's face it, it's probably the worst offensive line in football. But Gaskin also, I don't really think he's been running with the amount of tenacity that I saw him run with last season. He's got 100 carries, 344 yards, a touchdown. I also thought one of the biggest reasons why they were able to win the game last week is because they took a lot of pressure off of Tua. You take a lot of pressure off the offensive line as well, and you let them run block more. That's usually going to result in some good things. Also, the New York Jets, believe it or not, they stink from top to bottom. They've allowed the second worst in terms of yards per carry to opposing teams, 4.7. So essentially, you run the ball every single time, you're going to gain 4.7 yards, right? I mean, that's how the NFL works. But for then also for Salvon Ahmed, you need to be able to get a good mix here of some smash, some dash, and the fact that they were able to run as effectively as what they did last week, I'm telling you, it's really going to open up things. And if you can run the ball effectively, then it's going to open up the play action. And when I see Tua at his absolute best is when that Dolphins team has the play action working. And I'm not sitting here saying I want Tua to take deep shot after deep shot after deep shot because I actually don't really think he's that good of a deep threat quarterback. But you got to look at the team's weaknesses. The New York Jets right now are allowing 12.2 yards per reception, which is actually a very high number. So if you can stretch the ball down the field a little bit, that's what you're looking for. And if you can hit one of those few doubles, where a double to me is a 20-yard play. If you can hit a home run, that's a 40-yard play in my book. That's what you're going to be looking for. Luckily, you're going up against New York, and you thought, oh no, Robert Saleh, a defensive-minded head coach. Well, sorry, man, you're coaching the Jets. But they've allowed 44 catches this season of 20-plus yards. You want to put the knife in your divisional rivalries back, you start hitting some of these big plays, and then you play lights-out defense. So I'm going to be looking at Jaylen Waddle. I'm going to be looking at tight end Mike Gesicki. But when you have the amount of speed that Waddle has, now shout out to Albert Wilson. He had himself a pretty good game last week. But Waddle, 60 catches, 557 yards. He leads the team in both of those categories. I just want to see a little bit more, and I'm not putting the blame on Waddle. I'm putting the blame on Gailey and everyone else calling the plays. But I also want to see more out of Gesicki. Now, I was talking to producer Jeremy, and he's like, well, he didn't have any catches last week. If you're going to beat the Baltimore Ravens every week and run the ball as effectively as you are, I'm okay with Gesicki not getting the ball. However, it's not going to be a long-term success. I still think Gesicki is one of your top options in the entire offense, if not the top option that Tua likes to rely on. So get those two guys going, stretch the ball down the field a little bit more, and get aggressive in the running game and play action. Now, those are my 3 keys to victory. But what we always say here on Chat Sports Programming, doesn't matter what I have to say. It matters what y'all have to say. So what's your biggest key for a Dolphins win up against the Jets? Now, I said earlier on in the show, hey, Give me your score predictions, and I'm going to go ahead and give you mine. The Miami Dolphins up against the New York Jets. Miami is a 3-point favorite on the road in East Rutherford. The over-under in this game is set at 45. Remember, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bet the under. It was really difficult for me to be able to wrap my mind around which type of Miami Dolphins team that we're going to see this upcoming week. So if you want to go to chatsports.com/bet, please do so. If you want to use the promo code Dolphins125, it's how you get the deposit bonus. Then send me your account number at jersey@chatsports.com. That way I can hook you up with a free Dolphins jersey. All right, y'all, give me the Dolphins to win this game. I got them taking down the Jets 20-17. So as you can see, staying away from that -3, but I am going to go ahead and take the under. If you made it this far in the video, we're doing something right around here. Take that link that you see below, youtube.com/DolphinsNews. Send it to a friend. Send it to somebody you don't like. If you see them wearing a Dolphins hat, send it to them. More subs we get on this channel means more videos.